changing systems. He was very complimentary of what he thinks Jeff Kinney can do. He was at Virginia Tech the prior 9 years on that staff. He was promoted to associate head coach prior to 2017. Prior to Virginia Tech, 7 years at American University. He's a 03 grad of American U with a degree in physics. He helped guide those Eagles to consecutive NCAA tournaments in 01 and 02. So coming from the ACC and having that pedigree, I think he'll do a tremendous job down in Birmingham.
Should be a very, very fun effort to watch for him over the next couple of years, and he knows when you're competing with the likes of a Kentucky or even a South Carolina who's better resourced than a lot of CUSA teams, that's going to take some work.
Here come the Tigers. They've got 3 ahead. That's Chang trailing. Ashton is into 6. See where they work it. Now things kind of steady. UAB did a really tremendous job. You've got to credit the Blazers that time. Able to regroup, collapse back on defense, and what looked like was going to be a nice break really got clogged up.
I think Sanger got a little bit out in front of his skis there and tried to speed it up and slow it down all at once. Couldn't quite find an opening. There was a little bit of traffic in the middle.
Memphis getting a little bunched up over the left side. They still have Ashton and Chang in the 18. They looked for Ashton that time. Not a very crisp clear, and that one will be sent up, and the Tigers will keep possession here in the 18th minute of the opening half. Memphis with a 1-0 advantage. Now from the back line, nice little move that time by Biasi, waiting on the outside, about 23 yards out. Lost his footing. He wanted, I believe, Chang to the right side, but lost his footing, and now the Tigers foul, and that's going to give it back to the Blazers.
One thing UAB struggling with is maintaining the level of offensive talent they had in last year's program. You lose the likes of a lot of guys who contributed in big ways last year to UAB's attack, which, again, even last year wasn't that formidable, but you lose Philip McKinday, DeAndre Robinson, Gael Mabiala, all those contributing a combined 7 goals for you, and your offense is bound to look way different. This year, they've been led so far by Blake White, but White not in the starting lineup despite having 4 goals already on the season.
One match completed today in the American. Providence, a 2-1 winner over UConn. That was an afternoon game up in Hartford. So Connecticut with a few injuries and a young team, usually one of the contenders in the league, just one of the years where they're kind of laboring a little bit.
It happens that way sometimes. You're going to go through some highs and lows, as the Huskies are certainly showing.
Tigers again applying a lot of pressure, but the Blazer back line, a nice job to turn Memphis away once again. It's a 5-0 shot advantage, 3-0 shots on goal here early in the 19th minute.
Just to get Sanga down there deep is good news for the Tigers.
That was not a bad feed. If that would have just squirted a little bit past Jackson Morris, UAB would have had likely a one-on-one against Lackland.
Jackson Morris, one of the players in this Tigers team, I think, who's probably the happiest to see the success they're having been through those lean years with Richard Mulrooney back when he was a freshman and sophomore.
4 in front. A foot race. That one's going to go off the mill, and the follow is there. And the Tigers are up 2-0. Looks like Cristoforos Cortez there to pick up the loose ball.
Great finish by Cortez after Sanga had the initial attempt. It's been Sanga who's been kind of the offensive catalyst thus far. It's been other people cleaning up the scraps for him.
So 2-0 here in the 20th minute. We'll get the official time and the assist for you here in just a second, but definitely the start after Memphis had to go to that first overtime up at UConn, a very hard-fought, emotional match against the Huskies to come out here. And against a team that's struggling, the last thing you want to do is let them stay in the match and expand the game. You're feeling good now with that 2-goal advantage.
You're feeling very good, and you've also got a team that's right now playing at a higher rate of speed, and they're just naturally bigger than this UAB team. That's hard to overcome.
So the Tigers, 2 early goals within the first 20 minutes.